p.m. I'm going to be bringing on two brothers. You know them well, Anthony Rogers and David Wood, and we're going to celebrate the old and the new. I'm very excited about that. We're talking all things apologetics from 2021 to 2022. And this is the show, Street Apologists, where we serve the underserved and look into the overlooked. But tonight, we're just going to have some fun. Let's go. Y'all ready to bring these brothers in? I need one more air horn. Now I need a round of applause for Anthony Rogers and David Wood. Welcome to the show, and good catch, David. Thanks, bro.
Yo, yo, yo.
Hey.
All right. Everyone can see everyone. Everyone can hear everyone. Looks like we're good to go. I like your outfit, David. I like
Did you say good to gay? That's called a Freudian slip, vocab.
Well, let me just
you can sell some merch and get a.
Let me change the subject and say, here's what I'm picking out.
Oh man, I saw vocab putting something. I thought it was a blunt or something, man. I was like, what the heck?
After that intro, I think he needs a rainbow bracelet.
It's messed up. All I got's a watch, a black watch. All right, hold on. I got some other stuff. Oh, shout out. We're getting super chats to Viking Man 2024. Hey, Happy New Year and God bless vocab. This brother's an amazing brother. Salt Lake City, former Mormon, now good Christian, struggling through some issues as he works through it, but awesome guy. Islam is wrong. Thanks for the super chat. MJ Jackson, thank you for the super chat. And MJ Jackson, thanks for sending me that chapter you sent me. I appreciate that, brother. We're going to get working on it. MJ Jackson might be helping out to contribute to this new book I'm working on called Apologetics in Context. Anthony, question. Let's start off the night with this. We're talking about the book I'm working on. Should I seek David Wood's endorsement or not?
Man,
I'm going to have to make that smaller. It's huge.
You decided to stump me off the bat. I think that if David writes a book, he ought to seriously consider putting it under somebody else's name. So,
David specifically told his publishers he wants no endorsements.
Really?
No endorsements in the front matter. Nothing.
It's one of the rules. It's one of my demands.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite. There's an author that I like reading. He, at the beginning of his book, it says, "You may freely copy this book, whole or in part, distribute it, and so forth." He doesn't take any copyright, liberties or anything. And I just always thought that was stellar. But obviously, a publisher is not going to be on board with that. So you're kind of stuck if you want to do something
man.
like
I'm
that.
doing this independent, man. Doing it independent, man. Come on. All right, I see David's got beads on. I feel like if he's going to have beads on, hold on. I think I need it too. Let's see. Here we go. All right, if Wood's going to do it, I feel like I need to do it. You know what I mean? What do you got that's festive there, Rogers?
Oh, man, I still have the cigar that David bought me from when we were at ETS. I never smoked it.
Yeah, they're gross.
Is that what it is?
They're freaking. They're disgusting, man. But you look cool when you're smoking them, so you got to do it anyway.
What happened was
I've heard that it grows on you. Like I've only had like 3 or 4 cigars ever, but I've heard like if it becomes enjoyable at some point.
Well, what happened in this case, if you recall, we got the cigars and then vocab was hungry. So we all had to...
Sounds about right.
Somebody was hungry. So we went out to go get food, and it took us an hour because every place was closed. And so by that time, everybody was done at the cigar shop, and I just kept it.
Hey, Nate says vocab's head was too bulbous to put his beads on.
No,
I think bulbous is an underutilized word when talking about vocab's head.
I like the word, but the truth of it is, I switch your glasses. I'm going for different looks here. The truth of it is, I didn't want him to get caught in my headphones. It's a whole thing, but
I get it. I got that.
Yeah. Shout out to Islam is wrong with the super chats coming through, and we also got somebody. Hey, Dr. Bob, thank you for the super chats. JBox12, thank you for the super chats. You know, we were talking about this. Thank you for dropping the scripture too. Hey, he's got the sola fide, just like your hat there, Rogers.
Who's got it?
The guy that just dropped a super chat. He 1 Corinthians 15, the gospel, and at the end mentioned faith alone. I need to make this smaller if we're going to be getting this many super chats. How do I make this widget smaller? I need to make it smaller on the screen. You see them saying how big it is? I don't even know.
Yeah,
how.
get rid of that thing, man.
Well, I need some kind of notification.
Well, I'm just saying you can look over at the thing. I understand with your normal live streams where you have like 2 people watching that
I get it.
you could you can have that. But when you got D Wood and Anthony Rogers on, people can't stay away, and the super chats are going to come flying. It'll basically be sounding like an episode of Transformers the entire time.
I'm okay with that. Man, yeah, how do I... Does somebody know how to do widgets? What?
Yeah. All right, everyone stop sending super chats.
No, come on, man. One of the reasons we did this on my channel is because David can't get any super chats. Isn't that true?
What?
The reason because you can't
it's better that because some people like giving super chats, and so you can't do that on my channel, so at least you can do it on your channel.
Yeah, exactly. The 3 amigos, he calls us. I actually don't know how to get rid of the widget right now. I'm looking at it. You're going to have to give me some time here. I don't know how. It's called a widget, and I don't actually know how. I don't know why I got it on here. But
no, you could look at that, and you can have Rogimus Prime here talk about something.
Are you eating your sushi with chopsticks?
Yeah, why wouldn't I?
Oh, okay. No, I just wasn't sure.
Right now, my job is eating this sushi.
Seems like a little too cultured for David, doesn't it?
Actually, at this moment, I'm wishing I was at David's house because Mori cooks or usually makes me an espresso.
That's why you.
Yeah.
New Year's is in 41 minutes where I'm at, but you guys may have remembered I got all skinny the first half of the year, but then I ended up losing like half my muscle, and all of a sudden my sons were stronger than me in the gym. I'm trying to show them how to work out, and they're like lifting more than I was. So I was like, crap, I can't keep starving myself. So I significantly increased my calories to pack the muscle back on, but also, 20 pounds of belly came back.
Stop that, please.
So anyway, tomorrow morning I'm going to try. January 1st, I will try to get somewhere in between. Try to get somewhere in between eating healthy but not losing my muscle. But as of right now, I'm going to eat all this sushi in the world right now.
Yeah, so usually we don't do eating on the channel, but Dave was like,
New Year, man.
Is it cool, and this seems like a special show. It's like a New Year's show. It's kind of what we're doing. It's a party. We got Rogers over there drinking. Later on, I'm going to bust out
we got Anthony drinking whiskey and smoking a cigar.
Just water.
I'm going to bust out the Welch's.
Or vodka.
Welch's sparkling white grape later on. See this? I'm thinking I should open it now because I don't want to be doing it last minute. I got like 6 different flavors this year. Between Welch's and Martinelli's, I got all the flavors.
I got some sake downstairs. They stuck it in my bag of sushi because I have a habit of massively over tipping, and so they give me a bunch of free stuff when I buy sushi, which defeats the purpose of me massively over tipping if you feel like you have to give me something in return for my tip. So anyway,
nice.
They stick bottles of sake in the bag with the sushi.
It is true. David is everywhere we go, whenever we're out, he always gives like super heavy tips, and then it's kind of tough though being around them, because if you get something and then he sees your tip, he's like, "What? That's it? You cheapskate."
These people are working, and a lot of them survive on tips, man.
You have to live up to his standard.
Vocab's telling on himself, because David's never said that to me.
How do you know I'm saying he said it to me? Okay,
Vocab's like, man, that steak wasn't very good. I'm giving a 25-cent tip. It's like, what the heck, man?
Man, I never did that except that one time at your house.
It's not the waitress's fault.
Oh man, I just remembered. I gotta write that waiter at that. Where did we eat? We were with when we were with the French guy, Guillaume.
The French. Marilyn Murphy. She says it's time to Rick and roll into 2022.
We talked to a waiter, and he was asking us questions.
Oh yeah.
To say
he gave you his email, right?
Yeah, and I think it's in my bag over here. I forgot all about it.
Why don't you just send him an email with some links to some stuff?
I'm gonna. My bag's still sitting here from the trip.
All right, got that open. Okay, hey.
Man.
You send us a super chat. We'll try to get to your question. Thank you for all the super chats so far. Melissa Hogan, shout out to you. She says she misses the bomb squad. Are we the bomb squad? I thought we were the A-team. And thank you, Marilyn, of course. And people who are helping us start off the year strong.
Hey, the bomb squad, isn't that for Public Enemy?
Yeah.
They made the records for Public Enemy, right?
Yeah, that's their production crew, Hank Shockley and them. And also shout out to Dr. Bob. Happy New Year, guys. Semper Reformanda. That's our Eastern Orthodox expert over there. Shout out to that brother for sure.
Every time I hear Dr. Bob, I think of Robert Mori.
Hey, what's up, Frank? How you doing?
Now that dude had some brain power.
He did. He was, but the thing I always remember him for is his wit. The man had just wit for days. He was a New Yorker, and man, that guy was hilarious. He had a name for everyone too, and sometimes I forget that people have thin skin and can't take it, but he had a name for himself, and he'd call himself names, and then he'd call somebody a name, and they'd fall apart like, a daisy.
He was the one who would call people Evangelifish.
Yeah, but he had a name for. Let's see. I'm trying to think of one that. None of these were intended to just be offensive. He was just a funny guy. Well, what was one of the?
I love and respect and think he's left an amazing legacy, Norman Geisler. But the name you told me he had for Norman Geisler, since Norman Geisler went to a Roman Catholic school and was Arminian, his name for Norman Geisler was insanely clever and funny to me.
Yeah.
Well,
it was Roman Geisler.
This is messed up. This is so messed up.
But he used to be really overweight, and he'd call himself, Bob the Blob, and he had all these. I think what he was doing was just tactical. He was beating people to the punch, right? He was, you make fun of yourself so that when they say something, it doesn't have any force. Yeah, kind of like an Eminem thing.
You got the beanie. You should know.
Hey, Anthony, was Mori the dude who there was all kinds of problems in his house when he was a kid, so he would just stay up in his attic and read, and eventually he realized that he remembers everything he read or something like that? I've heard about something like that.
There were all sorts of problems in his house. His father was a drunk. I think he used to say he was agnostic when sober and atheist when drunk and stuff like that. So he had all sorts of familial issues in the background. And he was an incredible intellect. He used to read a lot. I do think sometimes he was either speaking hyperbolic or he's being less than truthful. Because sometimes whenever he wrote a book on something, he'd say, "I read every book in the Library of Congress on this issue," in order to give the books some weight. But I highly doubt on every book he wrote, he read every book in the Library of Congress before writing the book. But I loved Mori for 100 reasons.
Shout out to Robert Mori. Now we got people taking advantage of the fact that this thing's all huge on the screen. Let me give a shout out to some of the super chatters. Gordon Shumway, shout out to you. He's not one of the people I'm talking about. Hey, we got Lionheart, Truth Defenders in the chat. What's up, bro? We also got Frank the Christian says TikTok time to rock. Everyone love that. And MJ Jackson, that's my man right there. He says Robert Mori drove Shabir crazy. I didn't know about that. And of course,
he was all over Shabir.
So actually, that brings up. Yeah, this is funny. So way back, I don't know if you guys saw this, but in one of his debates, I don't remember which one. This was, for me, this was way back when they had VHS tapes and we had to try and find these things, and you'd go to bookstores and stuff like that. Anyways, he did a debate, and I don't know if it was with Jamal Badawi or somebody else, but in a debate with Jamal Badawi, Badawi kept bringing this up. So what happened was, in one of his debates, Mori pointed out that the hadith refer to the whiteness of Muhammad's thing. Okay, well, apparently, the hadith actually says thigh, and so now Mori had one of those lamp, those things that you put on a projector, and it would the clear things, the transparencies, and they project onto the screen. He actually had a copy of the hadith, and he put it up on the thing, and it said thing. So it turned out to be a typographical error. Well, in the subsequent debate, Badawi kept bringing it up to try and undermine Dr. Mori's credibility. And he kept bringing it up, and he said, Dr. Mori says, that's what it said in my edition. Either way, the point is that it was drawing attention to his whiteness, right? That was his point. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, Dr. Mori was also trying to get some laughs and mileage out of the reference to Muhammad's thing, right? Well, Dr. Badawi kept bringing this up, and then Mori got up there finally and said, I don't know why Dr. Badawi seems to have a penis fixation. He says, but he says, my copy said thing, and that's all yeah. So Mori was, he would not, he would say whatever came to mind.
Hey, I think it worked. You know how David said, have Anthony talk about something and then fix it?
Yeah.
I think I got it fixed while he was talking about Muhammad's thing or thigh, depending on your photocopy.
Yeah, because I mean, when you're sitting there not able to figure this out, right? I'm thinking of the irony, right? So you're using these transformers. You're using these oh my goodness. So look, you're using these Transformers things, and so you got the story Transformers coming to the world, and then the Decepticons try to take over, and you're using the sound effects. But at the same time, you gave this technology power over your live stream that you can't undo, and you have no ability to undo. So once you've enabled the machine to take over, you have no ability to stop it, and then it derails your entire live stream. And I just thought it's kind of funny.
You're going way too meta, but I kind of like it. All right, check this out. Here's what I think we should do. 2021 to 2022. David, what did you do? What do you hope to do? Can you share? And then Anthony, let's kind of talk about ministries and what the Lord has done. 2021, 2022. Does that sound good?
Yeah. What do you mean? Like what's coming next year?
Yeah, especially, but maybe you have an offhand review also of your 2021, for example.
Oh, I spent most of 2021 reading and preparing for 2022. Like I was, and most of the people here know already, we're in a situation because possibly due to COVID or the general work shortage, lost our nurses who take care of our disabled kids, like at night and during part of the day and so on. So we've been in that situation before. My wife takes care of the kids during the day and I take care of them at night. So I ended up staying up at night and sleeping during the day. And at night I would just read all day. But gosh, I've got enough stuff prepared now because of stuff I already read that I could probably run 2 or 3 YouTube channels posting 5 to 7 days a week on one and probably twice a week on the others because I got the materials already prepared. So anyway, I figured if I'm just sitting around reading all night, I will prepare awesome amounts of stuff. It's a good thing you got that fixed vocab.
I had it.
You can't stop the machine once you give the bots power over your stuff. They don't give it back, man. It's like every science fiction movie ever.
There's 2 now.
Well, what's the name? Skynet. What's the one in Terminator?
Yeah, Skynet.
Is it Skynet? Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all of them. That's 2001. You got that crazy computer, the Matrix. They're all. Hey, as soon as you give technology the power, it ain't giving it back. So you need to put your entire channel to death to stop this before it spreads. Vocab. Look at that. Now he's got 2 of them.
but I did fix it though.
Oh yeah, you fixed it all right. Look, notice. Hey, Anthony, it's cloning itself, right? The virus is cloning itself, right? Now it's 2 of them. Pretty soon it's gonna. This is awesome.
But they're smaller, if you notice, right?
Yes.
There's something.
Yes, these viral entities have reduced in size but doubled in number.
Okay, there. I actually did fix it just now.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the things you've been reading about is a biblical anthropology, the doctrine of the imago Dei. And I thought that was an interesting subject for you to get into. And I'm glad you're doing it. And that's what you're going to be speaking about, a doctrine for the block, when you do, I think you're doing the very last session, the very last plenary on weaponizing the doctrine of imago Dei for apologetics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty exciting, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah, because, I mean, what I find is because of the spread of Christianity, everyone, atheists, agnostics, they all have it kind of built into their thinking, but it's foundationless, right? And so it's something to draw out that everyone is thinking in terms of us being this really, really special thing, and yet there's no basis for it in your worldview.
Hey, it is fixed. You see it's fixed?
Yeah.
Nate got foiled because he was trying to...
he's trying to ruin the show. He's trying to derail the show, which is what he always tries to do.
He was trying to put certain words just on there, and
oh yeah, I saw him put butt up there.
Yeah, well now he just did one that's filled just nothing but farts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to DJ Roll for the super chat. Shout out to Nate D2T22 for the super chat. Shout out also, we got some other super chatters up in there. I want to give shout outs to everybody, regardless of the issues. Edward, thank you very much. Edward. Shout out Al Mir for your super chat very much. Marilyn Murphy says Skynet's coming for vocab at midnight. Snarf. Yeah, you might.
Yeah. Hey! Imagine this were 1999, right? When things are about to roll over to 2000.
Seriously, Brenda, you guys are the greatest. You're just okay. Oh, so Anthony is the greatest, and David's just okay. All right.
That's right.
All right. That's right.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. Well, Anthony, you're not as smart as you think you are. I'm just saying.
Well, then I'm not very smart because I don't think I'm.
And here, Nate,
smart.
just because you did it, I'll put your comment on the screen. Are you happy? There's Nate's comment. So.
Hey, Nate should have a discussion with Jamal Badawi because both their minds are in the gutter.
Oh my goodness. And
yeah, Nate would be going farts, and Bada would be going Muhammad's penis. It'd be weird.
Oh my goodness.
Weird stuff, man.
Airman says he's looking forward to more origami videos there, David Wood.
Look what we've done to Vocab's channel.
Yeah, seriously. My channel is way more dignified usually than this. Shout out to Almir. Vocab and Anthony. God bless you all. I want to be like you guys when I grow up. Come back to Dallas.
Wants to be like us when he grows up.
Huh?
Wants to be like us.
Hey.
That's Ali.
Hey.
Everybody wants to be a psychopath.
Alisher. He's the man.
Hey, this is a cool guy. So he had a job in Phoenix recently. He came through. Him and I got to hang out. It's just a really good time. We hung out after church. Great brother. Really enjoyed it. He's just a solid guy.
He was down your way recently?
Yeah. He did,
oh, man.
He wasn't planning on it, but he had to take care of some stuff. And it was really cool. He came to church and everything, and it was a blessing. Shout out to that brother.
So here, actually, I'm trying to find one with you, me, and him.
Oh,
I've got one of me and him. I've got one of, well, anyways, I don't have one with all three of us.
Well, if you find it, show us or send it to me. I can put it up. But shout out to that brother. He's a great brother.
I don't know if people can see this. Man, that's quick.
That's
There he is.
Good. You always will be right in the front of every picture you take.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I'm holding my phone. Am I supposed to be in the back?
No, but when you do a selfie, you get a portion of yourself, but you're like full front frame.
Yeah. Hey, hey,
your
Anthony,
bulbulous head.
Anthony's dream picture would be he's wearing some aviators, taking a picture of himself, and you just see other people like in the reflection of his glasses.
Actually, it could look pretty cool. Shout out to Benjamin Loda for the super chat. Benjamin wants to ask you, what will be the Dawah strategy in 2022? I think he's saying, what do you think the Muslim apologists are going to do? You know?
Oh, we already know because they've set it up. So Ali Dawah has announced that he's going.
Is it that funny?
Ali Dawah, yeah, he's announced that he's going to try to cause division between the atheists and the Christians who criticize Islam, right? So, but here's what's fun. Here's why I laugh. Guys like him are the ones that kind of united everyone, right? Like like Christians and atheists and Hindus and Jews, and everyone's like, guys, we know we have our disagreements, but can we all agree we do not want people like that making the rules? People like Ali Dawah and hijab and these. Can we all agree on that? And so everyone gets along while disagreeing with these guys, and then Ali Dawah comes along and my new plan for 2022, I'm going to cause division among all these people that are united against us, right? So that's his plan. It's awesome. And then the going in the hijab direction, and his fans, their plan is to get on the podcasts of famous non-Muslim podcasters. So they already got on Jordan Peterson, but like they're the fans are bombarding Logan Paul, Joe Rogan, people like that. Oh, you have to get this guy on. You have to get him on your show. And it's in their minds, right? It's in their minds. If, wait a minute, we've got this avalanche of apostasy. We have all these Muslims leaving Islam. We've got approximately 5% of the population in Muslim countries are now closet atheists. They're undercover atheists, even though they're still going to the mosque and so on. 24% of young Muslims, even in the West, are leaving Islam. They got all these problems, but the solution they come up with, notice the solution is never, hey, why don't we stop lying in our arguments, and why don't we stop heaping insults and abuse on everyone? That's never something they need to do. It's Logan Paul. Logan Paul will save us.
Well,
Joe Rogan will save us if we can just
hold on. They're Muslims, so they are into white saviors.
Yeah, you got that right. You got Muhammad, and then so. Their strategy for 2022 is get on all these podcasts, and somehow they've convinced themselves that if they can just get the deception out to more people faster, that'll stop everything. When they don't realize, see, here's why this is so stupid. Their biggest problem is with ex-Muslims, right? Because there weren't a ton of ex-Muslims in the past. Now they're everywhere, and the ex-Muslims are like, I mean, some of them have like memorized massive portions of the Quran and so on. They're going around exposing Islam, and so they have to deal with that. But notice, suppose hijab goes on Logan Paul's podcast. I don't know what Logan Paul does, a podcast, a live stream. I don't know what it is, but suppose he goes on there, he tells a bunch of lies. Isaiah 42, it's Muhammad, right? And suppose he does that. And suppose 100,000 people have never heard any of this before, so they don't realize they're being lied to, and they believe it. Suppose 100,000 people say, we're all converting right now, 100,000 of us. The Muslims would run out. You see, this is the victory. You see, when statistics show over half of those converts would leave Islam within 2 years, right? Over half of new. That doesn't come from me. That comes from Muslim lectures and so on, and studies that are being put out about what we have how can we stop this? How can we stop all these people leaving Islam? And over half of people who convert to Islam leave it within 2 years. So think, if you had 100,000 converts, it would be like the miracle of Islam. Well, within 2 years, over half of those people will have left Islam. You're creating more ex-Muslims. Your entire strategy is creating more and more ex-Muslims, which is your biggest problem that you have to face. And so it's hilarious. We're going to unite the people. I mean, we're going to divide the people that we keep uniting against us, and we're going to create a ton more ex-Muslims. That's their strategy. Wow, this is good stuff, man. I'm looking forward to 2022. This is going to be funny stuff.
Rogers?
Well, you know, another thing is Muslims like to throw us a curveball. Really, they're throwing themselves a curveball and end up saying something surprisingly dumb. And, you know, that just sort of redirects some of the focus of what we're doing. For example, I don't think any of us foresaw Yasser Qadi's incredible gaffe on Muhammad Hijab's channel. But, we do expect them to do stupid things. It's just we don't necessarily
Can't predict
know what stupid thing they're going to do, right? So, so even though we have these projections and things we want to do, you got to be able to adjust. You got to be able to adjust to the stupidity. Yeah. So for me, this past year, I've just been doing a bunch of stuff, trying to build up the channel. For years past, I was doing stuff with DW on his channel. This year, I've been doing stuff on my own channel. I think I'm up to about 16,000. One YouTube personality recently told a bunch of people to stop subscribing to me because he decided he doesn't like what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so I watched my numbers.
The game, man, with the way your channel's growing, bro.
So even though it took an initial hit, it bounced right back from that. There were I think 200 people left because of that, which is fine. I considered it like early spring cleaning. The person helped me weed out some of the lesser elements. So the channel has been somewhat cleansed. But I have 16,000.
The demons.
This house.
So it's at 16,000. I guess I don't know what's a good subscriber goal for this year. I remember David telling me a while back that the way this works is your initial, let's say 1,000 is harder to get than the next 1,000. Yeah,
unless something happens, like you were in, something happened to you where you became instantly popular or something like that. Like early on, some people attacked me and Nabil in Dearborn. Well, that got us a lot of instant subscribers and so on. But generally your first 1,000 subscribers is very hard, and your next 1,000 is comparatively much easier. And so it only snowballs. But a good rule for now, which would be you should try to at least double this year. So if you're at 16,000 now, you should be aiming for at least 32. Aiming for at least 32,000 this next year.
Double?
Yeah. that should be the goal. If you're trying to blow up your channel, you should be trying to double it.
Yeah. So I mean, and in terms of trying to, all I'm going to do is continue to do what I'm doing.
No, wrong.
Well, but what I mean
wrong.
Listen,
wrong.
what I mean is in terms of putting out quality content and so forth. Like I don't have any plans to change the stuff. I'm talking about the Bible. I'm talking about theology. I'm doing apologetic stuff. I've got a mixture of things going on there. As far as that goes, there's no plans to change that. Yeah, but I do want to.
You got to call in some favors, Anthony. You got to call in some favors.
Hey, I know a guy named DW.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You got to get some people on your. You got to get some people on your channel, and got to now that you could draw more attention to your channel because you're steadily putting out content. Now you want to go on other people's live streams and stuff like that and say, oh, by the way, if you want more of this awesome stuff that I'm spitting here, check out my channel. Links in the description box.
So listen to this. So this is kind of my mentality. There's only a handful of people like you, Vocab, others that I could get on my channel, given the way my mind works. There are several. I have access to all sorts of people that I could get on the channel. I'm talking about. I live right down the street from a school that has like 10 scholars in their field. I could easily, but I always think You know, if I get them on my channel, I'm bringing them into a world.
Jihadis were just like, what? Where are you?
Yeah. No,
Are there young girls there?
Yeah. I'm not worried if they know where I live. Actually, I decided, you know, anyways, but my point is this: anybody I bring on my channel, I'm bringing them into a world that many of them know nothing about or want nothing to do with or what have you. So, for example, at ETS, made a number of connections with people, and I was thinking, you know, if I get this person on my channel, I probably should tell them what they might potentially, you know, be getting into, because there's certain elements out there that are, you know, nasty and all the rest. To me, that means nothing. Like, it doesn't matter what somebody says about me, what somebody does. I lay my head on the pillow every night in perfect peace. So, like, it affects me not at all. So, but not everybody's like that. And so I've just done my show by myself, you know, but yeah, I need to have you guys on. I haven't done that.
When you do it, you got to do it like this. You got to do it like this, though, Anthony. Someday, and that day may never come, I'll call upon you to do a service for me. But until that day, accept this justice as a gift on my daughter's wedding day. Something like that.
Hey, you guys should be happy. I was talking to Guillaume this morning, but Guillaume is starting up a YouTube channel finally.
The French,
but
Pepe Le philosophy.
Hey, you know what his tagline is? It's not losing if you give up, because he's French. But he's talking about giving up your false beliefs. Don't think you're losing.
That's funny though.
By giving up your false beliefs. But I tell you, because he said that to me. One day I was making fun of him for. I was like, have the French ever won at anything? And he goes, well, it's not losing if you give up. I thought that was awesome. Hey, but you know what? It's different. It's different because we all started off really ghetto with really lame equipment and bad mics, if any mics, and bad cameras and stuff, and sort of built up over time. But he showed me he's starting off like totally tricked out. It looks like it looks like CNN minus the pedophiles. You know what I mean? It's the place he set up for
By
his.
the way, but did you just say the French ever won anything?
What? Oh, I know they.
I mean, come on, does this? No one knows what I'm doing?
Was that Napoleon?
Yeah, it's Napoleon.
Yeah.
But I don't know why.
Napoleon?
I don't know why he's
Italian.
I don't know why he's doing Napoleon while standing up, though. You were doing
because
better.
I had to show you that my hand was inside my chestal area. But actually, Napoleon Bonaparte, he's Italian. A lot of people don't know that.
So that reminds me, when we're down there in February, I need to check out Vocab's new setup. I'm working on my setup around here, but I'm technologically impaired, and I know Vocab had some help over there.
I had help, though. I know a guy. When you come, I'll have you talk to my guy.
Yeah, or you could just show me what you did.
Yeah, no, I'll show you, but I'm not going to be much. I'm only mildly helpful. Let's see. Shannon says, thank you for helping this teen grow her faith. Shout out to Shannon.
Awesome.
I'd like to be an apologist and have a YouTube channel like you guys someday. Happy New Year's. Oh, Happy New Year to you, Shannon. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. I'm with that 100%. That's good. Praise God. There's someone else I missed on the super chat. Oh, yeah. I missed Marilyn again. Shout out to you, Marilyn. Happy New Year, by the way, to you as well. Oh, and C.M. Bradley. Oh, C.M. Bradley. I don't know if you want to... We got 10 minutes till New Year's. I don't know if...
10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know if Notice I put a clock up there. You guys see the clock now? You see the clock?
Oh, yeah.
That's...
Yeah. DJ
Oh,
Roll
crap.
says,
We got 2 hours.
What? Oh, no.
What? It says 9:51.
Oh, crap. It's my Phoenix time.
Yeah.
What do I do here?
You're being sabotaged, man. The machines are taking over, dude.
I guess I can just make it like a countdown timer, but it might not be exactly right then. You see them? No, not a stopwatch.
I think you can leave it like that. I mean, there are dumb people in the world, but I mean, people probably know what their time zone is and what time it is.
So what time should I do? Well, I gotta hit it. I got it. It's like it's hard to hit exactly, you know. Let me see here. Maybe I can do it exactly. If I hit it right. Wait, right. Now. I think I did it right. Do you see that?
That's correct. That looks correct.
Okay.
We'll go with vocab's time.
Yeah, well, so now it's like a countdown. You know, see what I'm saying? Okay. So after this, we'll have about 20 or 30 more minutes. We'll be hanging out, taking super chats, and putting questions on screen, talking to people. Shout out to Kada, by the way. He's up in there. And shout out to Gingerbread Man. You got some interesting people. You always have a more interesting crowd when David is here, I notice. David, there's no way I can double my channel though, bro. I think
no.
To 35,000.
No, you could double your channel. You'd have to do what it takes to double your channel.
I don't think
that's it's not the doubling your channel part. It's the doing what it takes to double your channel part. That's what it takes. And notice that's the same boat. Like I could double my channel next year, but it would be a nightmare because that would be a ton of new subscribers. So you have to figure out what the goal is, and you have to say, okay, that's what I want. Now, what are the steps necessary to get there?
Yeah, I don't think so because I want to write this book and stuff. All right, check it out. I got my kids. We got Leo, we got Micah, and we got Frank. Frank's our old neighbor who's also the kid's buddy. I told them to come in and bring the dog. We're gonna have a countdown together and have a party.
Oh, we're gonna see this dog?
Yeah, I hope she doesn't pee in here. I'm gonna be so. She's pretty, but she's a diva.
You haven't trained her yet?
Vocab said, "I hope
you got to train those girls, man."
What'd you say? Hey guys, come on in. Bring Adrian. Her name's Adrian because that way when we call her,
Adrian.
That's why we named her that, so we can go Adrian.
It doesn't sound very intimidating though. I mean, if people come up in there and they're like, "Allahu Akbar," you're like, "Adrian."
All right, let's come on in, guys.
Hey, Father, throw me down a blessing.
All right, here we go. All right, so first, here's the dog. Adrian, come here. Oh, come on.
Hi, David.
Oh.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay.
Is it a? Oh, I thought you were going to show us a beast.
She's a Doberman baby. She's a puppy.
A black dog is a demon.
Yeah. Now, grab that balloon. Micah, will you hold her so I can put her tux on?
Is that? I can't tell. Does the dog have the cone of shame on?
You're already dressing that dog up?
She has a tuxedo.
Oh,
See?
okay.
She has a tuxedo.
Okay.
Come on, baby. There you go.
David, did you see my dog?
Yeah.
You saw my beast, right?
Yeah, that giant dog. Yeah.
Yeah. She died. I need to get a different one.
Oh.
I thought Vocab was about to show us this beast.
She's a puppy. That's why she pees in the house still.
That is a puppy Doberman.
All right, you guys want to introduce yourself real quick to everybody?
My name is Leo, and I'm 12,000 years old.
Micah, I'm 2 years old.
Frank, what's up, bro?
Oh. Hello.
Vocab.
My name is Frank, and
They can't see your
I'm
face.
-1 years old.
-1?
All right.
Life sucks like that.
Vocab dressing up a dog. That is some white people stuff right there.
This dog is the coolest puppy of all time. Look at this.
Now, blow it.
Oh, guys, we only got a few minutes. All right, so hold on. Okay, I'm gonna hold the dog in my lap. Don't rock my chair. Guys, bring your cups. Hurry. Bring my cup down there. All right, it's time. You guys don't have anything to partake of? Here, give me your.
Oh, Dad's using my cup.
Well, go get your bottom, bro. It's not gonna work.
Oh.
All right.
Which kind is this? This looks like
This is Welch's White Grape Sparkling Cider. Do you guys like this stuff? It's amazing.
Stop lying. You know that's Cristal.
Dad, can I have one of those blow things that go...
Yeah, yeah. Leo, try not to spill it, Micah, okay? Don't spill it in here, guys, okay?
Micah, excuse me.
This is a mess waiting to happen.
Micah, don't drink it now.
Yeah, Micah, you gotta wait, bro.
I didn't look.
Here you go, bro.
Can I have one of those glow things?
Yeah, hold on.
There goes the bottom.
Can we drink it now, guys, or do we have to, like, wait? What are the rules here?
No idea.
Here you go. Oh, the dog's gonna slip. And then my cup. Dad glass.
Technically, that's my cup. I got it from-
When we lived in the Bronx, when we lived in the Bronx, we went down to Manhattan for the dropping of the ball one year. It was
How was that?
it was a zoo.
Oh man, I don't know what New York is like, but I lived in Vegas for almost 20 years. The Las Vegas Strip is insane. There's usually the streets are closed, or at least the main strip is closed, and the street is already jam packed. But then, like half an hour before midnight, they start pushing everybody out of the hotels, so you get squished in there like sardines. And there's people walking around with cigarettes and everything else, and you're getting burned left and right, and you know people are spilling drinks on you, and yeah, I stopped going to the strip.
That's up down there. Yes, put your. I'm temporarily muting myself.
Hey, vocab. So one of your buddies said, "Why you got to say white grape? Why it's got to be the white grape, vocab?
Remember, you said you're gonna name my album that White Tape.
White tape. Yeah, that's gonna be funny."
Here, Frank, you need some beads, bro. Oh,
Just the green ones.
hold on.
It worked.
Oh,
How did you get
we
those
only got a minute
beads off
left.
of your bulbous
Here.
head, vocab?
Okay, do we got everything?
Yeah.
You guys are gonna have to get behind me on camera, okay? Try to get directly behind me. Grab your balloons if you got them. And, wait, grab those beads.
Grab 'em.
Mike, you gotta put on your beads.
What am I
Okay.
supposed to do over here?
Nothing. You're underprepared. You dressing like the Unabomber or something in your bunker.
Actually, check this out.
Put this on.
2, 1.
What?
59.
Oh, look at the time.
So my dad used to design military equipment. He was an engineer, and he died last year. And I took this. This was one of his.
Oh, nice.
This is literally a tank bullet. I mean, it's
Sweet. Is that
Here's
still
another-
is that still functional or?
no. It says it has vocab's name on it right here.
Oh, good. Yeah, you're good there.
No, don't get in front. Hey, move this away. Don't put anything there. All right, y'all. Is everybody ready? We got 20 seconds left. Leo, get in the camera, bro. Frank, stand up straight. Get in the camera. Okay, are you guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, this one doesn't make any noise.
Oh, we made it.
2022.
We made it. And to think,
2021 is going to look like a sad joke.
to think, earlier today, I was asking my wife what year it was.
Oh, Happy New Year!
I'm serious. I'm being dead serious.
Leo, wait, come here, buddy. Hold on, guys. You have to kiss the first person you see.
Ah, no.
There. All right. Okay. Are you done with the kids? Think that's good enough?
Yep. You tortured them enough.
Okay. Do you guys have fun?
Yeah, they were shaking their head. Yes, let's go. That's not cute.
Okay.
Now
can you guys put
vocab's
the
looking
dog-
like Homie the Clown.
Can you guys put the dog back in the crate for now? And then I'll come out. So check it out. Our neighborhood's like a virtual war zone when it comes to the fireworks. They
Yeah,
start
I hear
at
it outside
7
here too.
Yeah, they start at 7 o'clock.
Oh wow.
And then they go all the way, to midnight. It's like a crescendo or whatever, right? And so, haven't they been booming all night, Leo, already? What are you doing? No, we'll save at least.
It was perfect here, so our dogs go crazy when the
Yeah.
fireworks are going off. But it started pouring here, so they stopped setting off the fireworks.
All right, well, you guys saw my dog. Why are you guys hating on my dog? My dog's beautiful.
No, I wasn't talking about your dog. I was saying my dogs were going crazy because earlier they were doing fireworks, but
No,
it
I'm
started
saying-
raining, and they stopped doing fireworks, so my dogs calmed down.
Yeah, can you hand me all the stuff? I'm saying earlier you were hating on my dog. I'm saying. Yeah.
Well, no. I thought you kept saying, should I show him the dog? Show him the dog, and I'm just for some reason. See, I think it's just my own background. I always wanted this big, huge dog.
You
And
think
so-
a big dog's coming out, and he brings out a little puppy.
Yeah. So listen, no. So yeah. So my wife. I didn't want to get a dog if she didn't want a dog, and so she never grew up in a house with a dog. So I kept trying to get her warmed up to the idea. And what I was doing was I was showing her all these little cute pictures of puppies and all this kind of stuff. And so finally one day she says, "Okay, I think I'd be okay with a dog." And so then I say, "Okay, here, look at these bull mastiffs, right?" And she's like, "What?" She's over here thinking Chihuahua, poodle, something like that. And I said, "No, I'm talking about a dog."
Snoopy.
Okay. Yeah. And so then it was like I had to go back to work again, right? Like first I thought I was proving to her we need to get a dog, and all I was doing is proving to her that we need to get something that, well, like Vocab's little monetization or thingy here, where all it is a shrunk down version of the real thing. Anyways,
She's a puppy.
okay, no, that's okay.
My
That's
dog's
okay.
a puppy. She's gonna be big.
That is going to be a big, massive,
Yeah.
throat-ripping machine eventually.
Yeah, she's gonna get there. Right now, she's just a peeing machine. That's pretty much it.
You're not pee training that dog.
I'm trying. I give her treats when she goes outside. I tell her, good girl. I take her every 20 minutes. I'm sorry, every 20 minutes after she ate, and every 2 hours.
Every 20 minutes. My goodness.
Every 2 hours, and sometimes sooner if I see her drink, and if I see her walking around, then I take her.
Do you have a crate?
And I have a crate, and I read about how they'll pee and poop in there if it's too big. So I shrunk the crate by, I put milk crates inside the crate so she doesn't have the same space. She still went there recently. I think she might have been sick, so I switched her diet. I'm giving her a little less food than I was. I'm trying a bunch of things. Still having problems. I had a buddy say it took him like 6 months. I hope it does not take that long.
No, that's amateur hour.
What are you looking for, buddy? Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe if you guys have some tips or tricks you could help me with.
Dude, you're a YouTuber. You should be looking up videos of people who are professionals.
I've watched some. Leo's still having a party. We're gonna have our own celebration in 2 hours here. In 2 hours, we got ours going on.
I should send you my books, Vocab, on dog.
That's Leo. The party continues on. Leo, we got
Hey,
our own
hey,
countdown
hey,
pretty soon.
Vocab. Hey,
Yeah.
Vocab. With all that stuff hanging over your head, you look like one of those mumble rappers.
Oh yeah. Hey, squirt! Hey, squirt! Hey, squirt!
Start.
Okay, I'm getting a little out of control, buddy. I can't even, Leo. Okay. Leo, not so hard. This isn't a volleyball net.
Okay.
Vocab ends up beating his kids on live YouTube.
Let me see if I got a beat. Hold on, let me try a beat. Let me see where's a good beat. Trying to find one to be like more like I don't know. I was gonna see if I had any beats that would be like
You know, one of the most beautiful things in life is when a boy
do like
finds the girl he loves.
the closest one I have. That's like the closest one I have. Can you hear the beat, guys? Can you guys hear it?
Yeah, I can hear.
We should rap, David. Hey, 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 skirt, 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 skirt. What you look?
looking like Tekashi now, man. Don't snitch.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you need to do, you need to do Takashi meets Muhammad. Boom boom.
Oh,
Make it rain now. Make it rain now.
you hear that? You hear that, vocab?
Now vocab's got to know that's going to make it on a Hebrew Israelite video.
Yeah.
That's all right, man. This watch right here, this is a grown man's watch, not a little boy's watch. This watch right here, this hat right here, this is a grown man's hat. They only give this to snitches. Nobody else gets this hat. Right? You guys like? Is that good?
Yeah, it's all right.
Will the kids dig the channel now?
You're gonna get all of.
I see the subscribers rising right now.
Yeah.
You're gonna get Tekashi's fans, Lil Pump, all those.
Hey, skirt, 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 slap.
Hey, we should learn that skirt song from SNL because that's be a funny song to get down.
I agree. Well, we can return to politics if you want. When I drink it from the bottle, now I hit the throttle. I only date a model. When I walk, you know I waddle. Baby Jesus dated swaddle. Tittle, tattle, waddle, bottle. Hey, 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 hey. It's not working.
You got the.
Dang it. This stuff hurts when it hits your skin. What's in here?
Hey, Vocab's trying to be all gangster. Oh, this hurts when it hits your skin. Oh,
Yeah,
what
what's
is
the...
it?
I've wasted
Tell
half
me-
of this.
I'm gonna sue them. I'm gonna sue this company.
Oh, it says do not shake.
Warning: do not shake this or it will melt your skin.
It may cause frostbite from
Wait.
freezing on contact
yeah.
with skin.
Did he just get the sparkling stuff on him?
No, there's
No,
stuff
that
in
stuff.
here. I gotta go wash my
Oh.
hands. I'll be back. It says on contact because it'll cause frostbite.
Oh, good. Now the party's about to
No.
begin.
That vocab. That means when it's coming out, you're already safe, dude. Now he doesn't understand. Now he doesn't understand science. He thinks that this whatever's in there is going to give him frostbite.
What he's really doing since he was playing Tekashi is he's over there snitching on us right now. Saying
Yeah,
we've
he
got
ran out to
plans
snitch.
dismantle Islam. David just said he's
Hey,
going
hey.
after Ali Dawah.
Hey, YouTube Trusted Safety Team. This your main rat vocab below. Want to report these dudes?
Oh man.
wow.
Yeah, so I don't know if I finished my thought.
Hey, vocab's calling 911. I got the air stuff on my hand, on my wrist. Am I gonna die? Hey, vocab, you got the paramedics coming, man?
Hey,
I tried to mute.
it said do not expose to skin.
Yeah.
May cause frostbite upon contact.
Yeah. That's because the coming out the can. It should be really, really cold. You know what I mean? So it's supposedly it's the cold. It's not the chemical. So if it didn't freeze you instantly, you're good.
Well, it hurt.
Oh yeah. When it came out, but that, again, that's not going to be whatever's in there. It's not poison. What is in there?
See.
Better not say some nitrogen.
Oh, there
or
is
something
some.
like
There
that.
are some poisonous contents. Look, David's breath.
Why is he attacking me? I'm trying to help him here.
Sorry. Okay, I don't know.
Or maybe vocab disappeared because he got kidnapped. Maybe that's what that was.
I don't know.
Kidnapped at Airhorn Point.
It's from Canada. No wonder it's defective. Makes sense. I don't know. It doesn't say what's in here. At least I don't see it. I'm sure it says it somewhere here.
How many of vocab's viewers catch the Takashi references?
Plenty of them. There's the teenagers.
No, I'm just wondering. I'm sure more than mine. I'm sure if any of my viewers are here, they're wondering how I know anything about that.
I don't know. A lot of this is in French, the language of the quitters. So I don't know. I don't know. It doesn't say, but it feels like half the can is gone. And these aren't exactly cheap. These things cost more than you might think. You know? But it's all right because got that.
Got that Skrilla.
Got that.
Ain't no killer, but he sure. I was locked up with this Mexican dude. He used to say,
Jail time.
he used to-
Jail story.
He used to say, "I ain't no killer, but I sure get that Skrilla."
Really? That was his thing?
Yeah, he always had to rhyme. he was actually funny because he would I don't know, almost everything he said it would come out in a rhyme, but one time they had some prosperity gospel preachers come in. They had some prosperity gospel preachers come in, and so we went over there to see what kind of stuff they were going to be saying, and Amigo came with us, and when they were asking if anyone has anything to say, he jumps up and he goes, "Y'all heard of supply and demand? Well, I demand his supply." And we all just lost it because
Hey, man, that thing took off some of my skin, bro. Hold up. No, I'm not joking. Look, watch. Look.
Wow. Hey.
You can't see it as well because it's not focusing like that.
I see a red spot.
Yeah, it took off my skin.
He ran in
Yeah.
the bathroom and put a little marker on it.
No, it literally took off some of my skin just now.
Huh.
My skin is missing.
What? Let me see.
Took some skin off this ham hock I got here.
What are the side effects of frostbite?
That part of your flesh is dead. That's it. That's all.
Necrosis, man.
You're dead.
Uh-oh, Muhammad might want to make love to me now. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Because,
Hey,
didn't he make some kind of physical advances on his dead aunt or something like that?
There's a passage which is ambiguous.
Kind of like
because-
the thigh.
It's creepy either way.
It's creepy either way. So there's this woman and people are sad because she was a pagan and she dies and they put her in the grave, and Muhammad says, "Don't worry, I'll sleep with her and then she'll be my bride in the afterlife," or something like that, and that way she'll get into paradise. So sleep with her, as far as I've heard, sleep with her is ambiguous as it is in English, right? Sleep with her means I'm going to go sleep beside her. And I'm going to sleep there, and then she's going to be recognized as my bride because I slept beside her. But the non-charitable interpretation would be, yeah, he climbed in the grave with a dead woman. So
But it wouldn't be the first time Muhammad did something completely.
That's the thing. If he were totally
Immoral.
normal in every other way, you'd go with the charitable interpretation. When everything the man has ever done is the creepiest, weirdest, most disgusting thing you could ever think of, you just don't put anything past him, and you think, okay, that kind of sounds like something that weird creep would do.
So check this out. I one
Hold
time
on, real quick. Jeffrey Dahmer did that.
Listen,
with his
one
victims.
time this was hilarious. We were all in Dearborn, and Osama Abdallah was there. He did a series of debates with several different people, right? Louis Lionheart, George Saig asked Louis to do another debate with Osama after everybody else had debated him. And so Lewis rattled off this laundry list of sins that Muhammad committed, right? So it was his time to talk. Osama Abdullah sitting over there. And you know how Osama is, right? He'll fly off the handle. He'll start yelling while you're debating, all this stuff. So it's Lewis's time to talk. And Lewis starts ticking off these egregious things that Muhammad did. Married a 6-year-old girl, thied her, bedded her at 9, took the wife of his adopted son, abolished adoption to make it justifiable, made fun of a blind man, looted and pillaged caravans, just going on and on and on. And then he said, and slept with his dead aunt. And suddenly Osama says, he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Now I will grant the other 487 things you just mentioned. But when it comes to that, come on. It's ambiguous.
Talk about splitting hairs. No, but that's wow. Well, no, but I guess Jeffrey Dahmer, after he would no, not Jeffrey. Did I say Jeffrey Dahmer? Dang it. Wrong serial killer. Ted Bundy.
Got to get your serial killers right.
Yeah,
oh yeah,
Ted
Bundy
Bundy
would like come back when they were dead.
Yeah,
He'd come back like days later
he
as they're
would put-
decomposing and
He
crap.
would put makeup on them. He would put makeup on them until I guess like total rigor mortis set in, and he would like sleep with them. But I don't know. I didn't read deep enough to see if he slept with him, or slept with him. But either way, spent time with him, like cuddling down there.
Yeah, see, and what's creepy is if this dude had been around in the 7th century and comes out and said, "Oh, look at my great poetry. It means I'm a prophet. Join me and we'll take everyone else's stuff and all their women and girls and stuff." I mean, he could have been recognized as a prophet.
Yo, man, this thing really removes skin, man. I need someone in the audience to tell me.
I think it's hilarious that you're still whining about that little.
Well, what if it grows? What if
It's my boo boo. It's
What
my
if
boo boo.
What if I lose a
You're
finger
not gonna lose. You're not gonna lose anything.
because of this live stream? You know,
You're not. Can you still move your hand?
clearly live streaming on the New Year's Eve is dangerous.
Wrong. You finally, after Islamicize me, after a bunch of episodes of Muhammad's Boom Boom Room, where you repeatedly mock the Prophet of Islam, Allah has finally judged you and burnt that little spot on your
I
finger.
portrayed him with great empathy.
Yeah, he was the hero in 1 or 2 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a
So
couple
we're nice.
jokes.
We have him make some good points a couple times.
He had a couple jokes.
He was funny. He did awesome against the Hebrew Israelites.
I think he did pretty decently against
Stephen Hawking, he did
Yeah.
a good job against.
he had some legit, points there.
So yeah, we're nice. We're as nice as we can possibly be when we portray Muhammad in Muhammad's Boom Boom Room.
Well, I don't know. Carolyn says I'm gonna be okay, so someone else needs to let me know. I've never knew that this was a thing with the air horns, but anyways.
I never knew that whining about it for half an hour was a thing.
Sorry, folks. I'm not sure that Vocab's going to be doing YouTube next year.
I can't do it anymore.
He used an air horn, and can you
guys
imagine that being your end?
You guys don't understand. Yeah, that would actually. I could see some death.
I
by
engage
air horn
Hebrew
exposure.
Israelites. I do street apologetics. I talk about Islam.
Look what happened to me. I had to go to the doctor.
You guys don't understand. I'm not saying it hurts so bad. I'm worried. I'm worried about the ramifications. Like,
That is a ridiculous thing to worry about. It's very similar to getting a little tiny burn.
All right, I hope you're right. But I've never had frostbite before, so I don't know. Cool Bob says, why Anthony always looked like he recording in a Japanese studio?
I was thinking that too. I expect like a
geisha to come out.
A geisha to come out from behind there.
So there's actually.
You ready for a massage, Tony?
So that's how I clean up quick. You throw the little change studio thing back there. But actually,
we're just saying it looks like you're live from an Asian massage parlor. That's all we're saying.
That was Ravi.
Yeah. So actually, I'm presently my office is in a bit of disarray, and I'm making it look like it's not. But I mean, I can show people. I just
You don't have to justify it. It's actually not a terrible background, but you could get one
Notice-
that looks like a man's background
The
instead
smallest
of
thing with
instead of
Anthony,
an Asian prostitute's background.
the smallest thing with Anthony launches him into like a really long explanation.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, what it is
Yeah, and so when I was 17 years old, and I was in Las Vegas, and I was matter of fact, I was in an Asian massage parlor, and then fast forward a couple of years, blah blah, and then like 20 minutes later.
can we get back to Vocab whining about his air horn burn?
Yeah, Vocab's mad that you're taking time away from his whining.
well,
Hey, Vocab. Anthony be like, hey, Anthony, how much longer till New Year's? Well, let me tell you how to build a clock. The first thing you do is, first we'll have to go through the history of clock building. Then we'll discuss how to build a clock, and then we'll get to what time it is. And we'd have to start him now so that he's prepared for next New Year's.
sounds all right.
What they're trying to tell you people is Anthony's guilty of mansplaining.
Yeah, that's true. My favorite thing is when Anthony tells a joke and nobody knows.
No, you guys
nobody
interrupt
knows.
me like 5 times, and it makes the joke seem like it took 10 minutes.
No, it's not the length. It's that nobody knows when the punchline has been delivered. It's unclear. It's completely
confess that
unclear.
you don't get the joke. Vocab, quit telling on yourself. It's New Year's. Turn over a new leaf.
Like when David was like, "Wait, that's the joke." You just told.
Oh, that's not true.
Hey, Tony. Someone's got a better interpretation to your background. They say you're at Miyagi's dojo.
It's what? Yeah.
Mr. Miyagi. This Mr. Miyagi's background, or even that new Karate Kid show.
Oh, I got a
Cobra
I hear
Kai.
that's pretty good.
Cobra Kai.
I hear that's pretty good. I like that they apparently flipped it, right? Flipped the script.
Yeah.
You've seen
Daniel
that
started
video on
becoming more
YouTube?
of a jerk.
Yeah, you've seen that video
the
where
theory.
somebody goes back.
They worked that theory into the show. When Johnny's explaining it, he's explaining it to people as Daniel's this horrible bully who stole his girlfriend, and so they worked that into the show.
That's actually brilliant.
Well, the sad part is, all these kids who are supposedly these karate experts in the show, they all suck at karate. They clearly you could walk into any karate dojo and get anyone who's like a green belt or something like that who would be better than the kids in this show. But so apparently they picked the actors and told them to learn some karate instead of actually getting some people who actually knew karate.
Yeah,
Well-
it doesn't work if you go basically,
Well, no. The thing is, karate wouldn't be terribly effective if you're a kid, even if you were really good at it. Not like where you could just like fight. Make no mistake about it. If you're an actual karate, someone who's dedicated his life to a real martial art, you could take a lot of regular people if you needed to. You'd get crushed by an MMA guy. You'd just get obliterated by an
I
MMA
think
guy.
there was one guy who did well in MMA who was a karate guy. What was his name? The Asian guy. He actually
that must have been way back in the day.
No. It was not too long ago. Within the last several years. He can't think of his name. But actually, one of my favorites. He did well. He wasn't one of the best, but he did really well, and I really liked him because I've always loved judo. He was the judo guy. He was the Armenian guy. What's his name?
There was a
Karo Parisian. The reason I liked him was because normally in judo they need to be able to grab something, the clothes, that sort of thing.
Yeah, and you got a problem if you don't have a gi on.
Yeah, but he was good without a gi and without
They
the other
do have throws. They do have throws that are made for not having a gi. So he could let. But basically, I mean, back when they started at UFC, it was like this martial art versus that martial art, and you would have like a taekwondo guy or something like that. Taekwondo guy versus jiu-jitsu guy, and then the jiu-jitsu guys kept winning But there was a big Scandinavian, I think, or Danish or something. He was a European judo champion who gave Gracie a run for his money. They were all over each other for a while. And then Gracie won in the end because the guy had a gi on. If the guy hadn't had a gi on. But anyway, it's basically after that everyone realized you have to be well rounded. So it's great learning like Taekwondo kicks and some karate moves and stuff, but you got to get some wrestling and jujitsu in there, and then the combination my kids were learning in New York, it was boxing, boxing punches, Muay Thai kicks, and jujitsu ground game. So
I grew up going to this karate studio, and then we moved to Las Vegas, and I wanted to get into something, and I went to this Muay Thai school. My goodness, man, I saw this dude kicking this bag, and then they were telling me to do it, and I was whining like vocab, right? I'm like, you expect me to like kick the crap out of my shins like that?
Yeah.
Well, that guy that was a champion that you mentioned, somebody in the live chat knew who you're talking about, and they said the reason he had to stop fighting is because he got exposed to the cold blast of an air horn. It was a career-ending injury.
No, did they mention his name? I know his name. I just can't think of it.
Hey, Marie was taking Muay Thai, but actually at
Machida. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. Machida.
So Marie was taking Muay Thai, but it's at an actual like MMA place. She was taking Muay Thai, and after her first couple classes, she came home. She had bruises all down her leg, right? And I'm like, you have to be covered up. You have to be completely covered up. People are going to think I did that, right? If we walk outside, people see you have bruises all down your sides and stuff like all down the sides. Like, I'm talking like that, like entire thighs covered up with bruises from the kick. And she said that's with the pads. That's with pads covering it up. Just kicking the crap out of each other. And I was like, gosh. Anyway, long story short, ladies and gentlemen, karate, good for kids to learn, but it's like watching the Karate Kid when you're young and you think, oh, okay, all I got to do is go take 6 months of karate and then I can beat up 50 people. And it's like, no. And it is the fact is, and this should be like the next season, they should have just like one MMA kid show up to the school. Like one MMA kid moves into the school, someone has been taking MMA, and just like dominates and takes over the entire school.
So this is all because someone asked a question about Anthony's background.
Yeah, Miyagi-Do. Miyagi-Do, man.
That's how it goes.
But Anthony is coming to Doctrine for the Block, right?
Yeah, we talked.
Yeah.
And it's going to be why the Reformation was right and Rome is still wrong. All right?
Yeah.
And
you guys are going hardcore Calvinists out there, man.
No, this is just classic Protestantism. This is basic evangelicalism, which everybody seems to have lost their mind about. Like it's up for grabs.
we got Guillaume. We got Guillaume starting up a channel, and now it's going to be like all of these like Calvinist extremists. You're not a Christian unless you tulip and these 57 other things. And real Christianity didn't exist until Calvin came along.
As opposed to David,
great job.
Unless you believe in our Daisy, he loves me not. He loves me not. We'll stick with our tulip. No, what all evangelicals. I mean, the issue that I've been contending with people on is the issue of sola fide. That we're justified by faith alone.
Someone
don't need props
about that.
Don't need to supplement the work of Christ. Don't need to bring in your own decrepit. Huh?
Can you do the quick version? Do you want to answer this question? You don't have to answer it. I'm just putting it on the screen. You don't have to do it, Anthony, because we're trying to wind down because I got to go celebrate our New Year's here in Phoenix with my kids. What does Anthony think of the critique of him using pseudo-Jerome Pelagius to defend sola fide? That's what King
well, so here a couple of things now.
Hang on one second. Anthony, why don't you ever use the Bible? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, so actually what I was doing
probably because you don't even know like 10% of the Bible, probably.
Yeah. So I'm gonna
Inside
reserve part of my
Have you
response. to
have you
that.
read Romans? Have you read Romans, Tony? Have you read the book of Romans? All right, go ahead.
See, now, remember what I was telling you guys about why it takes me so long to say something with these two? So I'm going to reserve part of my response to that for later. So I'm supposed to debate the topic, justification by faith alone, according to the Bible and the church fathers. The point that I was making in a video is that there were people prior to Luther who taught this doctrine. It wasn't a theological novum. And anybody who says it is just completely ignorant of early church history. In fact, this is ironic. Just earlier today, I was reading Yaroslav Pelikan's book, The Riddle of Time, or The Riddle of Roman Catholicism. Sorry.
Don't make up books.
I was also putting up books on the theory of time. So anyways. So Yaroslav Pelikan in his book, The Riddle of Roman Catholicism. Now, Yaroslav Pelikan, for those that don't know, is a highly regarded historian of church history and is presently an Eastern Orthodox individual. So nobody can say that I'm bringing in someone here who's prejudiced, right? But in his book, he points out that the Roman Catholic Church at the Council of Trent anathematized a view of salvation that is part of it, or was part of its own tradition. And he's not arguing that everybody prior to the Reformers taught this doctrine, but he's saying it was part and parcel of what was accepted as Christian truth and so forth. It was one of those things that was countenanced within the pale of Christianity. But Rome anathematized it. Anyways, the point that I was making in a video was that there were fathers prior to Luther who taught this.
So,
right?
just to be clear, because I wasn't following all of this. In fact, I wasn't following any of it, but I did see video topics coming up about you guys going after each other on this stuff, and I did see comments popping up asking me to comment on it, like I would have any clue what I'm talking about in that area. So what you're saying is you're making one point. If you're claiming Luther invented this stuff, Luther didn't invent it, because I will show you some people who said the same idea before. And so, okay, as long as you show that someone said it before, that should be a solid point. But what are you saying? Did someone do something with that?
Just to clarify for people so they don't misunderstand, you're talking about the historical question. You're not saying you have no clue about your position with respect to what the Bible teaches, right?
I'm talking about like church fathers and stuff like that.
So I just wanted to clarify that for people. So I was making the point that you have these people who are precursors who were saying this sort of thing, and really this is kind of easy, right? It's not even that difficult. There was this guy that did a 5-hour thing trying to respond to me, and I'm thinking, you're either thinking that you can just pull the wool over everybody's eyes, or you are seriously, that incompetent. But anyways, I've got a lot more to say regarding all of this and the people that were chiming in on all this. But I'm doing a debate in March. And so I've intentionally, strategically not commented on certain things because I'm hoping they come up. And I'm hoping, that, just to drop 2 tons of bricks in that context. Now, but here's what I will say right now. One of the claims that was made was when I quoted something from Jerome, that it wasn't actually from Jerome, but pseudo-Jerome, somebody that was thought to have been Jerome, but later was decided wasn't really Jerome. But notice, in principle, how that's not a response to my argument.
Yeah,
right?
Your point was people said it before Luther.
Yeah. And so if the claim is, oh, no, it wasn't really Jerome, it was somebody else. Now, the running theory here is that it was Pelagius. Okay, so Pelagius taught it. When? In the 1600s, the 1500s, the 1400s, the 1300s? No, go back 1,000 years prior to that, right? That's what we're talking about. And that wasn't the only thing that I quoted. Right. So that's the first point, was just that you don't.
Wait, that's just your first point?
Yeah, my first point.
You've been talking for 20 minutes straight. That's your first point?
Wait, I got interrupted by you and vocab, and then I had you clarifying things for us, and then I had to have you clarify what you were clarifying.
Trying to help you. All you have to we got the point now. There's no need for that first point was sufficient. You don't need your other seven. You don't need your other 7 points. Just tell people what's the topic of the debate.
Justification according to the Bible and the Church Fathers.
Okay, so you're taking the radical Calvinist position, and what position is your opponent?
I'm taking the classical evangelical position, which
trying to win evangelicals to your side in this.
So if David doesn't know that this is basic evangelicalism, but he does, he's just being facetious here.
But you Calvinists like to do that, and then you'll work your tulips up into that stuff. You know what I mean?
You keep over there trying to protect your little daisy. Quit being a daisy. No, it's classic Protestantism. The word evangelical actually comes from the word evangel, which means gospel. And the basic idea is that an evangelical is somebody who believes the gospel. And the gospel is that we're justified by faith alone in Christ alone. So that's what the debate's going to be about. The mechanics of that, how a person comes to faith and all those sorts of things, that's the Calvinist Arminian question.
That's the thing you want to work in. Okay.
Man, get those little New Orleans beads around his neck, and he starts really pushing his daisy in there.
Okay.
That seedbed of debauchery.
Sorry, I had to clean up. There's like a massive mess now on the ground from our party. But,
and you're cleaning it up during the live stream?
Well, Anthony was making 1 point.
Hey,
so
Vocab's like, let me ask Anthony a question that should take 30 seconds to answer, and
so
I'll go ahead and clean up. I'll go ahead and clean up for 20 minutes while he answers that 30-second easy question.
Yeah, well, all right. So let's close out, Anthony. What'd you do in 2021? Quick version. What are you doing in 2022?
Okay, so I did several debates. I don't remember all of them, but really, things started, I think, was it November? My YouTube thing started in the 2020, November, when I debated Shabir Ali. David put it on his channel. That's when my channel really started going. I managed to get into an impromptu discussion with Brandon Tatum because of our buddy John McCrae, and that also caused the channel to spike a bit. Did some other things, debated a bunch of other people. I don't recall if I did a debate on Acts 17 or not. I can't remember. But obviously I have debates on there. But continued to do stuff, been doing videos, working through some biblical issues, messianic prophecies, talking through books of the Bible. Right now I'm looking at Galatians. Next year, I'll continue to do that sort of thing. I also have some videos that I put up this year on Islam. Videos of us out and about engaging Hebrew Israelites. So no telling what might pop up on the channel. I mean, I actually still have footage from our time out there.
We got to drop it. You got to drop it.
I know. I have to go back through it a little bit. And actually, somebody's sitting on a video that I wanted to put. I intentionally, in the car, had us all do something. And
I'm sitting on a bunch of your videos because I got a bunch of videos you recorded on like the Trinity, the Old Testament, and stuff like that. Yeah. Or I'm still on an SD card.
Yeah,
I got to put those out here.
David,
I got to put those out here. It's good stuff.
No, it's not that kind of joke.
Four episodes of Muhammad's Boom Boom Room.
Yeah.
We got an awesome one where AP, the apostate prophet, plays Sigmund Freud, because it's funny because he's German. He grew up in Germany, so he did an awesome German accent, and he ends up with Muhammad on the couch to psychoanalyze him. But the stuff is so horrifying, he keeps snorting cocaine.
Because he did that.
By the end, his like face is covered in cocaine from all the cocaine he's snorting to put up with Muhammad.
Why can't that one come out?
We got to put up the bridge one from the. Hey, why don't I show up a day early to the thing? To the conference, and we'll knock one out. We'll knock the bridging one out. Well, he needs to reconvert because Muhammad converted to Christianity at Christmas.
So, I was just thinking of the flight, but thinking of if you're going out early, maybe we talk about that later. But
Wow.
Oh, right.
Wednesday is a pre-conference. There's a guy doing this thing on Wednesday. Then Thursday night is a pre-conference. We're going to do a tribute to Jeff Cran. And then Friday it officially begins. Anthony kicks it off. And then Saturday's the big final day. And then Sunday's like a church service. Hold on just a minute. Yeah, what's up? What?
Sam Rad just subscribed. Hey, I didn't know it had that functionality. I didn't know you could.
No. Hey.
Interesting.
No.
Yes, the machines will do what you want as long as you give them total control.
Stop touching all my stuff.
All right, let's wrap it up, son.
Yeah. David needs seconds. Hey, that's a picture of David at a lecture.
Yeah, Anthony's lecture.
That's me at David's lecture at ETS.
No, it was I forget who was talking, but David was sitting behind me, and I think Vocab was sitting behind him actually. And
yeah,
I
you took a
decided
picture of me.
But I didn't realize you were sleeping at first. And so I'm taking this picture trying to get everyone, and then I look at the picture and you're asleep.
Well,
that sounds like me. Classic D Wood.
That was in Virginia, so I could narrow down who it was.
Yeah, I already have an idea of who it was.
Yeah, and it wasn't me because I was taking the picture.
no one asked for me, but I'll tell everyone now as we close out here.
Oh, hey, yeah.
Last year, I'm just more thinking of the last 4 months, I guess, of the year. God opened doors for me and some other brothers to be on Sonetta TV. And that's the big conscious community channel Anthony watches. Actually, he really does. So he knows what I'm talking about. And I was on there a number of times, and it was pretty interesting. It went pretty well. And so I sent Sonetta a list of people I wanted to debate. And plus, additionally, Sonetta came to Phoenix a couple times and did face-to-face live interviews. So that was kind of cool, right? And then we did those and then did some of the debates on my list that I made. And so I may be doing some more of those. And that was a good thing to get Christians in the door, and that happened. So I was glad about that and debated some of their top people, and there's still more top people to come. Then the other thing as far as into the new year is, by God's grace, my book on evangelism and urban apologetics will come out by the spring, and it's called Apologetics in Context. And it's laying groundwork, biblical examples of apologetics, theology, philosophy, some tactics and methodology, but very practical, so there's like real stories in there that hopefully will inspire and encourage people to not be afraid to do evangelism and to employ apologetics in real life situations by God's grace, and also have a lay of the land of what it's like in the 21st century. So that's what it is. So that's what's up with that. And Doctor for the Block, of course, the other big thing going into the new year. Doctor for the Block. Other than that, I hope, by God's grace, I hope we're doing ETS in November. Besides Doctor for the Block and then ETS, do we have anything as a group planned yet, y'all? Do we have anything official? Is there any other stuff we're going to? Anthony, do you have any speaking engagements you know of? For example, David, you.
Obviously, things are still a little bit out of whack because of the COVID stuff. But yeah, Doctrine for the Block, ETS, which is in Colorado this year, right?
I believe so. Is that right? I thought it was in Providence, but maybe I was wrong. I'll look it up while you're talking.
So, not far from your neck of the woods. There's those two things. I know out this way, I'm speaking at the East Coast Ministry to Muslims Conference. So they have one, I guess, towards the beginning of the year on the East Coast, and then towards the end of the year on the West Coast, which is one that David has spoken at a lot. Last year I spoke at a few things. Yeah, it's a little slowed down because of the COVID stuff. Some places aren't doing it.
It is Denver. November 15th, 17th, it is Denver. Where are you speaking East Coast? Where is it?
I don't know the exact location, but I'm pretty sure it's like North Carolina area or something like that.
Oh, okay. David, are you?
Or it could be even down further, like into Georgia. I guess it just depends. I'm not in charge of. Like, I don't know what they're working out yet.
Shout out to one of our favorite Georgians, Carm Marquez and David Marquez.
Yes.
Yo,
yes.
What are you gonna do M2M and East Coast thing? No, are you allowed to say? Do you know?
What I'm talking on?
No, is David doing it too?
Oh, I don't know if he is or not, but I don't know.
He's not saying anything, so I don't.
Wait for you to wrap this up, son.
I thought you were gonna give an answer, but whatever.
Not giving you any answers.
All right.
He's.
I'm like the wind, son.
Wait, what? I like the
What?
wind.
He's up after 12. He's like a gremlin. He's getting cranky.
She's like the wind.
Oh boy.
Getting cranky.
What do you think, David? If I played you music, would you rap to it?
No,
Why not?
He'd beatbox.
because I'm trying to get off here. You said 12:30. You're done.
I know, but just wouldn't that be cool if you rapped?
Rap about how you want to wrap your hands around Vocab's neck.
That's messed up, man.
No, we'll record our rap skit. We'll record our rap skit at Doctor for the Block.
Well, I got some dope beats for you, though.
He's got some people coming for that.
I got some really dope beats, though. You wouldn't do it?
He needs to go. His sushi's calling.
Basically, no one here can go to sleep until I get out of. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, there is a beat playing, though. Can you hear it? Wood? All right, we'll get off. We'll go. Let's close with this beat. Anthony, would you rap?
No. I can do my heat jab rap.
Yeah. Look at that. You like that? No? Fine. Mic check 1 2. Bringing in the year new 2 2. It's all done. Peace out. 2021. Have some fun. Anniversary. Vocabulary legendary. Anthony is hairy. Nothing prepared me to see his legs. He needs some energy. He got that beard. David with the necklace. Looks so weird. My kids cheered and busted the balloon. Jumping up and down like I was a baboon. Colorful like a cartoon. Monsoon. Harpoon. Here we come again. Now I have now we closing out the show. We got to go. Oh, Anthony's not queer. Happy New Year.
Turn your radio up. Whoa. Radio time. Whoa. You're now listening to Street Apologists. Street Apologists. Street Apologists. Street Apologists. Street Apologists. Street Apologists.